Care for animals in an emergency. Attending veterinary appointments can be worrying at times. However, the staff within the veterinary practice top priority is the patient's health, which can make the owner feel more relaxed with their knowledge and skills within the work environment. However, emergency situations may arise unexpectedly. This is a 6-part series showing clients on animal care and veterinary equipment techniques in an emergency. The 3 Ps. If an animal is suffering, has suddenly become ill, or has an injury, then first aid can be given in the home environment prior to the veterinary attention. First aid has aims in which is called the 3 Ps. These stand for preserve life, prevent the condition getting worse, and promote recovery. Preserve life. This means you have to carry out the correct emergency first aid procedures. This will depend on the animal's situation. Prevent the condition worsening. This is when you have to move the animal from any danger and make the area safe. When doing this, you should consider your health and safety first. Promote life. This is when you need to arrange emergency help while still carrying out first aid to the animal. Under the Veterinary Surgeons Act 1966, the legislation states you cannot diagnose or administer drugs. ABC. When giving first aid to an animal, a primary test is carried out, which is called ABC. This stands for airway, breathing and circulation. The first thing to do is check the airways are not blocked. This could be foreign objects blocking the airways, which prevents the animal from breathing. If the airways are blocked, then using your hands to eliminate the blockage will be necessary. Once you know the animal is breathing, the animal needs to be observed closely to examine the breathing rate. Breathing rates in animals will be different due to the size of the animal. The capillary refill time will indicate whether the animal has circulation through the body or not at all. The capillary refill time is carried out by pressing the gums till the animal's gums are white. Then count how long it takes for the animal's gums to go to the original colour. Mucous membrane. The mucous membrane of the animal may be different colours depending on the species, in which the table states the colours of normal healthy mucous membrane on some species. The mucous membrane colour is vital to show whether the animal is healthy or has any health problems. If the animal's gums are blue, this could indicate low oxygen levels. Yellow gums indicates jaundice. Pale pink gums indicates anemia, whilst inflamed gums may indicate gum disease. Health checks. Health checks are extremely important when it comes to caring for animals, such as detecting injury or diseases. The health checks performed are visual health checks and physical health checks. The visual health checks can be done at home to animals that are non-tame by target training the animal, which allows the owner to see the animal all over. This technique is carried out by zookeepers on wild animals such as tigers. But the visual health check also needs to be carried out by a veterinary surgeon, as the health check may also include more testing such as blood samples or blood pressure tests, if it is recommended by the veterinary surgeon. This then leads on to the physical health checks, which are carried out starting from the eyes and working their way down to the tail, which is shown in this picture with the guinea pig. This can be done from the owner if you know your animal well, as this can determine if any scratches or injuries are present. The pulse, temperature and weight are checked by a veterinary surgeon in a physical health check, which then they are given a body score from 1 to 9, 1 being underweight and 9 being overweight. The veterinary surgeon writes down the information on a form. This form is called a health check form, in which is used to determine if the animal is healthy or unhealthy. Different species heart rate. As mentioned before, checking the animal's heart rate is important when health checking. This table shows different species of heart rate per minute, which is different from species to species. The heart rate can be checked with a stethoscope placed on the heart area, and each beat needs to be counted for 1 minute, or alternatively, this can be done in 15 seconds and times the number of beats by 4. This is what will happen within the veterinary practice to know the heart rate of the animal. However, when dealing with emergency situation, before being able to get to the vets, the pulse can be taken from the femoral artery, shown in this figure. This can be used as it is a direct measure of heart rate. This will also be timed for 1 minute or 15 seconds and then times the pulse by 4. Handling and restraint. When approaching the animal, it should be calm, with no sudden movements, with a soft voice, as this makes the animal feel like the human is non-threatening. Using the correct handling and restraint techniques on animals varies from species to species. If an animal is injured, it is vital not to create any more pain. This means handling and restraining injured animals may become difficult at times. When restraining the animal, the grip needs to be firm, but not too firm it causes discomfort. First aid box at home. First aid box at home may comprise of many items to help in an emergency situation, in which some may be dangerous or hazardous to use. Listed below are items that you may find in a home first aid box. Bandages. Bandages are used to keep the wound clean and prevent any debris or bacteria entering the wound. When changing bandages, it is important to put the old bandage in the bin straight away to prevent any zoonotic diseases spreading. Surgical sticky tape. This is used to hold the bandages in place, and it is very easy to tear, which prevents you from using scissors, which may cause further harm. Scissors. When using the scissors, it is vital that precaution is taken, as this can cause injury to the owner as well as the animal if the animal is moving around a lot. If scissors are needed to be used, round blunted scissors can be used, which will prevent any cuts from happening. The scissors may also be used to cut the animal's fur to see the injury better. Towel. A towel can be used to help warm up an animal as well as being used as a handling and restraint technique. Sterile saline wash. This is used when an animal has debris in the eye, which helps flush the eye to remove the debris. The sterile saline solution can also be used on small open wounds. However, the sterile saline wash may cause harm to yourself, as allergic reactions may appear. Gloves. Gloves may be used when dealing in a first aid situation. However, many people are allergic to latex, so it is important to get the latex-free gloves to prevent any allergic reaction. Tweezers. Tweezers are used to help remove the thorns from animals, as the tweezers help prevent the foreign objects from snapping. As if you was to use your fingers, it is unhygienic and can cause the foreign object to snap when removing. Having contact details is vital in a first aid box, as in an emergency situation, as having the emergency numbers allows you to contact a veterinary clinic quickly.